let's explore the replace rule. Now, replace is a very, very powerful rule. It can do many, many different things. So there are lots and lots of use cases for this rule. I'm going to give you two of them because I think they're the really exciting and interesting use cases, but there are lots of others as well. Even things like setting metadata fields and much, much more. So with replace, as usual, you click the replace thing. You have your replace field here. Now notice some things here. One, it operates on metadata. So you can see that it's the text fields, that'll be the entire log. So interpret the entire log as a string to be passed. The first thing I'm going to do is use how to use replace to actually hide information. So let's say I've got this log here. I'm just going to take. Now you can see this email address. I don't want that email address to make it into my logs. Perhaps it's PII. Perhaps I'm concerned about personal information inside my data, and I don't want to. I want to make sure that doesn't get out. So I want to hide that. I'm gonna, rather than type the regular expression, it's a little bit longer. I'm going to paste it in, but I will explain it. So you can see here that we've got email address. So it's a capture group. It's a lookup group, just like every other one, and it's named email address. And this right here is really simple. It's just the regex for an email address. This will detect an email address anywhere in the document. You'll notice it's now empty. It's usually a good idea to do something like this. That just makes it really clear it's been redacted. So this is one use case where you can hide information that you want to get rid of. You can do this with numbers, addresses, everything. But this is a really nice thing because let's say I add another field later on. If I do this, for example, and it's like that, it also gets redacted, yeah? And this obviously is picking up the .uk, but it's fine. It's not really, the fact that it's .uk is kind of irrelevant. It doesn't really matter. But you could adjust this. This is a very simplified regex. Obviously, if you've seen the regex for every email address, it's wild. This is just a really, really nice use case. The other one I want to show you is a little bit more interesting because it's not one that people think of when they think of replace. Let's say we've got a log that looks a bit like this. 1 second. So we receive a log and it looks like this. Now, we can see that there's a log and this looks like very valid JSON, which is great. But we also have this random string here. This string means it cannot be parsed as JSON because any JSON parser will say, well, what's the word data doing there? What we can do is we could actually do something like this to start with. And what that's going to do is it's going to get rid of this data. It will also get rid of this, and so our replacement string becomes that. And all of a sudden, we have valid JSON. So replace's second function is all about making JSON valid. This is only two of the many, many use cases that can be done, but this is a really nice example here. So if you have JSON, but it's prefixed with data, you could do .star and then close brackets. Of course, if it's suffixed with data as well, you could do the same thing here. So if it's suffixed with data, you'll see the thing changed here. It's going to fail. You do something like this, like that, and you have this issue here of this guy. So we just switch this around, and all of a sudden, once again, you have valid data. So this is really powerful if you want to capture a JSON object inside your logs. This can also be done for nested fields. I'd recommend checking out the documentation. There's a lot of examples there. But this is just two really good examples of what you can do with replace. Replace is exceptionally powerful. So I'd strongly recommend building some confidence with it and building some good experience with it. It's really, really nice to use. So yeah.